All right, I am live. This is video number 6. If you've seen my posts on Twitter about having sunburn, well, my nose, I don't know if you could see, but on my back, it's hard to really tell, but yeah, it's bad. And on my arms, it's hard to tell in this kind of light, but trust me, they are red and it's hurting. Sunscreen, telling you, you don't think that you're outside for that long. It only takes a few seconds, especially on top of my head. You really can't see. If I turn the light, maybe you can see. It's definitely red. I'm telling you. Top of my head hurts. Right around here, you can see it's red. My nose, all red. Arms, upper back. Telling you. I'm so happy that my daughter, she wears like the whole one suit. Thank God she's young, man. Like, whew. I got to go tomorrow and get some sunscreen. There was no way I'm going back outside in this kind of heat. It's 95 degrees. I think the other day was a little bit over 100. Crazy. Anyway, so this is number 6, video number 6. I just wanted to jump on here and just give my I guess it's like more of like a summary of E3. I know I'm a little bit late to the party. Listen, I'm going to give my take. I know already there's people out there that made their take, but I'm going to keep it brief. I'm not going to make a long video today. I'm in pain. This is really bad. Like, I wouldn't wish this upon anybody. This is crazy. I look like a lobster. I kid you not. If you've seen you can maybe see it kind of on my neck a little bit right here, but I'm telling you, this is nothing. I'm talking about red. Like it's anyway. Getting back to what I was gonna discuss here. E3. I would give it in the range of 6 to 6.5 at best. I think the best showing, in my opinion, was Microsoft. Yeah, it's all well and good with Game Pass. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. I already have the games I like to play. I have a lot of older titles and stuff, so there's really nothing that's catching my eye. But Bethesda, see, when it comes to Game Pass, you're not owning the game if you think about it. Technically, I guess if you want to say digitally, do you really own it? I really don't know where I'm on the fence on that. But I buy everything digitally now. I used to have a huge collection back in the day. But when you move around and you have, a kid and everything, it's kind of hard to keep that going. And again, I don't want to be in my 80s having like a whole huge wall full of games that's just going to collect dust, especially older systems and stuff. So listen, over and done with. So I buy everything digital. So anyway, getting back to what I was talking about with E3, I give it like a 6 to 6.5. I said this on Twitter. Overall, I think I was being a little bit too generous. I think, well, I know for a fact that a lot of these companies held back. It's crazy. Are they waiting for an audience? Is the higher ups telling them, well, we want an audience for you guys to promote the games in front of? I don't know what the deal is. The whole COVID thing, they want to point fingers and stuff all day long. But listen, a lot of these developers are working from home. But I'm not blaming the developers at all on this. It is what it is. There was a few things that I was like, oh, that's really cool and everything. But it just wasn't a good at E3. Game Pass, all cool and everything. But, I don't know. It's Capcom they basically didn't even show up. Nintendo, another Mario, another Zelda. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love all the companies. I play everything, but I would like a new IP, not Mario Party again, not another WarioWare. There's all great games, but my whole point is at least one or two new IPs that we never even heard of before, make up a brand new character. And I think, it's about time that Kid Icarus made a comeback as opposed to just making a 3DS game and that's it. Listen, make a Switch game out of that character. You can make it like into like an open world Zelda kind of game or something. I, you know, I don't know. That's my whole opinion on that aspect. I think that Nintendo needs new IPs, and they just rely too much on Mario and Zelda and Metroid. I mean, don't get again great franchises. I'm not bashing them at all. It just a little upsets me when Nintendo can definitely come up. I mean, it's a multi-billion-dollar company. They could definitely come up with a new IP. I think that they just play it safe. And don't get me wrong, they definitely sell systems. Hey, listen, it's a business. I get it. If it sells, keep doing what you're doing. Don't change anything. But I think once in a while, every now and then, Splatoon. Where was Splatoon 3? I mean, granted, I know that's already an established franchise, but what I'm saying is I'm making a point where a lot of these companies held back. Where was that, for Capcom? Where was that Resident Evil, that Resident Evil game? I'll go on my Twitter right now, and I'll tell you exactly what the name of it is. Because now I'm trying to. It was with Chambers, Rebecca Chambers. The name of it was, and they're probably not going to stick with this name because usually name changes. But I'm looking forward to it. It's technically going to be like Resident Evil Code Veronica. And I love Code Veronica. I thought that was a great game. Alan Wake remaster. Where was that at E3? I know, granted, it's a great game, but like they could have talked about it. Let me see. It's called Resident Evil Outrage, starring Rebecca Chambers, and I think Outrage. I think it's a working title, but they had, Resident Evil talks there. For whatever reason, they didn't mention it. Are they keeping this as like a secret? E3 was the place to do it. They didn't pull the trigger. I get it. But I honestly think, and my theory is, the reason why they kept it short is because a lot of these games, like Street Fighter 6, Devil May Cry content, either it was going to be DLC or a brand new Devil May Cry game. I think that they held back because a lot of these games, some stuff leaked months back, and they're like, well, a lot of our stuff already leaked. There's not going to be any surprises. But still, they had surprises. I just mentioned one, Resident Evil Outrage. I mean, I don't know. And where is, games a blast from the past? Where is Marvel vs. Capcom 4? Come on, like, announce this stuff, Capcom. Come on. Better than that. Come on. I got a little bit disappointed on that, but Virtual Joe. I haven't seen that franchise since GameCube days. Where is that? Anyway, that's my whole thing with Capcom. I think there was a lot more stuff that they could have showed, or if they weren't up to the task to say anything, they shouldn't have said anything. They shouldn't even bothered. That was a waste. Nintendo. Hey, listen, good games and everything, but the only thing that I have to say about that is no new IPs. And Nintendo were just sticklers when it comes to that, and that's my opinion. But I like Nintendo. It just frustrates me. No new IPs. Microsoft, Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass. I get it. That's what you're promoting. You give dates and all that. I get it. But you need some new IPs, you know. And I know that there was never going to be a such thing as Xbox One or Series X because all you guys just want to be a streaming service. I get it. You just want to be like the next Netflix or next Amazon or whatever. Hey, it's a business thing. I get it. Sony is staying in their lane. Yeah, they're going to definitely bring back a lot of older IPs. Silent Hill, Metal Gear Solid to start it off. It already started. It is happening. Virtua Fighter 5 came back and it looks a little bit better. Well, I think it definitely looks a little bit better. They had a little bit more content to it. And that game, came out on PS3? So, yeah, I mean, Ubisoft, Far Cry 6 looks great. I like the new weapons. And I heard that you'll be able to, in some instances, you'll be able to change from first-person view to third-person. Hey, that's great. That's pretty new in a Far Cry game. I get Ubisoft. I get it. They came up there just to promote Far Cry 6. That's great. But overall, E3, hopefully it's better next year. Now we just got to wait for Sony. All I could say is that Sony's going to drop the mic. That's all I got to say. Again, I wanted to keep this short and brief. And that's pretty much it. And see you on next time on video number 7. Bye.